Welcome everyone to your weekly energy update where we're looking at the week of October 2nd through October 9th. This week we have a lot going on in the planets. October 2nd, we actually have Mercury leaving its full retrograde and going into its post shadow. So yay! It'll be in the post shadow all the way until October 18th when it goes direct. And it is a period of reviewing. Now last week's energy update, we did already talk about the Mercury retrograde and this post-shadow period that's starting to come up. So if you want to find out what you learned around communication during this last Mercury retrograde, check out last week's video because it is going to give you information that'll last through October 18th. We also have October 8th this week. Pluto is joining the post-shadow parade, and that is a planet of like grow or die. It's the death, the rebirth, and it's the energy of transformation, like the phoenix that's rising from the ashes. That's the main energy we're going to look at for this week. Although we also have the next day on October 9th is going to be a full moon in Aries, but we'll cover more of that in next week's energy update since that will be from October 9th through the following Sunday as well. So because we're going to be looking at the Pluto post-shadow energy, Pluto retrograde was a time to reflect on what ended, what burnt down, and now we're starting to make our way up and out of those ashes. And so for this reading, we're going to ask, what does the spirit realm want us to know about our rebirth? What's this new creation that we've become? So of course, we have readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Aries, this is your weekly energy update. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Messenger Oracle. Any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if you're interested in any of those and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. So let's give this a shuffle. Let's see where in your life the Creator wants you to know about this new rebirth, this new creation that you're coming out of the ashes with during this beautiful Pluto retrograde. All right, so for our Aries, what would you like them to know? For all our Aries, please. All right, this is the one. Do you have love that you are different? Hallelujah, right? Embrace your difference. So we'll put that right here. And let's see what message this brings for you. And it says, you have strengths and perceived weaknesses, and both are worthy of love. Know them, honor them, and do not heed those who tell you that you must change in order to fulfill their expectations of you. You will never be who others expect you to be. You can only be the unique individual you are meant to be. Love that you are different, for it is your differences and loving those differences that make you truly beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. What a wonderful rebirth, because you're coming out of like this shell that everyone is thinking, oh, this is just going to be a chicken, and it's a unicorn that comes out, and you're like, ta-da! And it's like this is really this embrace of this unique you, and not, about being like, oh, I'm different. Look at it as that you are unique, and everyone is unique. We just have been taught to mold ourselves and try to be like this, one set cookie cutter. And we're like, nope, we're not meant to be that way. We're all individualistic like a snowflake. Even though we're all snowflakes, it is that we are a little different from each other. And it's beautiful when we all fall so gently from the sky, right? We're also going to pull from the Earth Magic Oracle and see what else Creator and Spirit want you to know about this. One more. All right, so for all our Aries, what else would you like them to know about this uniqueness? They do want this one right here. And you've got the iceberg submerged. Yeah. What's below the surface, right? What are we hiding? What are we afraid to show? What are people going to run into and sink if we don't let them know that it's there, right? So let's take a look here. So up to 90% of an iceberg's body is below the surface, deeply submerged in the bosom of Grandmother Ocean. Yet Grandmother allows considerable freedom for her enormous children, permitting them to move about as dictated by the currents and their own momentum. Having broken off from a glacier or an ice shelf, they float along the sea, much to the detriment of vessels that attempt to traverse their passageways. Most of us have heard stories of ill-fated ships that have had tragic encounters with these ice mountains. Although the topmost portion of an iceberg can easily be seen, there's still a massive amount of its body below the water that may be difficult to detect. And that which remains unseen can fool us and perhaps even be dangerous and damaging. Whatever you suppress or deny and attempt to keep out of conscious awareness will show up somewhere and somehow. These are your shadow aspects. At one time, you put them out of your consciousness for good reason, yet they remain contained by shame and guilt. Sometimes these submerged aspects of yourself are projected onto others so that they mirror those denied or suppressed parts of you, and you may even harshly judge these characteristics when they are exhibited. Now is the time to allow these elements to surface and embrace them. It's crazy, exactly you're like. These may make up some sort of self-expression, a secret dream you wish to accomplish, or even uglier aspects that are difficult to acknowledge or accept. Whatever you have submerged deep inside of you, this is your opportunity to pay attention to those things and welcome to the family called you. Yes. So definitely these are all about the submerged things, those things that we hide about ourselves, and this wonderful, this wonderful rising of it, the awareness that you're bringing around who you really are. And we're also going to use the Runic Tarot. I'm going to see what else they would like you to know. Okay. Okay. So they do want this one and this one. What else for our Aries, please? Okay, they want these two. And they do want the one from the bottom. This is like the unseen that's below the surface here. So we'll see what that has to do with here. And then you have the Magician. Beautiful. This is showing the powerful you. You hold the wand in your hands, and you have everything within you to make these dreams come true and to bring so many things into the world. You're like a conduit for the heavens, the higher realms. You reach your wand towards the sky and it comes through you and out into the world. And so there is this power that's coming here when you accept your unique, just amazing, authentic self. You become this magician where whatever you focus on is always growing. But when you're focusing on what you don't want to be and what is missing in your life, then that grows. But when you focus on what you're grateful for in your life and for what you do want in your life, then that expands. That's the power of the magician. He understands the focus, and whatever he focuses on is what grows. And that is the same for all of us. And then you have the Fool. Another powerful major arcana. This is you're ready for a new adventure. You're ready for old cycles to end and the real you to come out here. The Fool can represent the soul as well. And, especially here, really connecting to the authentic piece of who you really are. You realize that this human character that you're playing here is just that. It's just a small piece of who we are. It's our avatar we chose to experience this life through. But behind this character is an actor, a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. And that is the true you, the authentic you that's below the surface here. And even they say, I think it is like, a large portion of our awareness is subconscious. It's below the surface. It's only a small part of is what we're conscious for. I don't think it's 90-10, but it kind of feels like that. We're only aware of this much, and the rest of it, all this subconscious stuff. And then you have the Five of Pentacles. So Pentacles in this case is about your change of your awareness of how you gauge your worth based in the outside world. The Five of Pentacles has this feeling of being abandoned, where you feel like you're not going to get everything you need from the outside world, and that people have left you behind, where normally it's like people walking in front of a church, and when they're like barefooted, it's in the middle of winter, they have bandages, they've been through it, and they feel like they've been left to die, or just left to make their own living and try to live on the streets kind of way. But it transforms. The 5 is a number of transformation. You realize that it's the creator of all things, the source, whatever you believe your higher power is. They have unlimited resources. And their love for us is not conditional, where we can lose it if we do something wrong. It's unconditional, not even one condition. That's all it takes is one condition to make it conditional. But Creator's love for us is unconditional. So, and they want to give us our sustenance for today. They may not give us 5 days worth today, but they're always going to give us enough for this moment, for what we wanted to experience in this moment. And there's this trust, there's this foundation that comes in with all of that. So transformation of, that we look outside of ourselves for our sustenance, but then we start looking upward to this secure place. We don't freak out about that so much. We don't fear what other people will think, because we know that the Creator wants us to be our authentic selves, and will not be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. They're just going to be like, wow, look how you're expressing yourself. Here's your daily stuff you need. Boom. So I love that. Then you have the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. So you do have this feeling of utmost abundance and fulfillment that overflows because of this experience. And the boat's not going to run into the iceberg, so you do have this wonderful wholeness and this completeness that comes from this. And I kind of feel 10s are usually endings and new beginnings too. So I kind of feel like how you've gauged your worth in the past, that you've come to this place of redefining what success means and changing it because of this new awareness and this new embrace of who you really are. Then the unknown thing below the surface here, the Hermit. So the Hermit is this, about turning inward and going on this journey. He usually has like a lantern and this bright star in the lantern that's helping guide his path, his inner path. And that bright star in there is your higher self. And so this is about connecting to your higher self to be able to see into the unknown, to help understand your soul and what's dream and what it wants to achieve and where it wants to head and all that wonderful higher knowledge of above. You have access to this unknown through your Hermit experience and connecting to your higher self. So I love where you're going with all of this. And then your final card for this reading is going to be from the Art of Manifestation Oracle. Just give these a shuffle and let's see what else they want you to know here. One last time. All right, so for our Aries, what is your final message for this reading form? Okay, it's this one right here. And you have take a leap. This is what normally the full card looks like. They're normally taking a leap off of there. So very much in tune with what's going on here. And it says, this card is an invitation to take a leap of faith. Sometimes, even when we desperately desire change, we procrastinate and find all kinds of reasons as to why we should stay where we are. It is completely understandable to be anxious when stepping into the unknown. This card is telling you to trust and make that move. Yeah, definitely trust that this unique role, this unique person that you are, we didn't want, 10 billion of the same person here. We all came here with a special, unique part in the whole orchestra of life that if we're missing from it, it's not going to be the same song as it was without it. So they are talking about embracing you as the kazoo player, because the kazoo needed it. We don't want you to try to pretend to play the violin. We want you to play the kazoo, because that kazoo has a certain part in the songs we're going to be presenting, right? And that's what this is representing, is the story will never be the same without you expressing the unique you with the world. So there is this nudge to be you, be the unique you, because we want you to do that. So I love this for you, Aries. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign and a few other types of videos throughout the month. And if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get a notification immediately when they're available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, also clicking the subscribe button will give you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, there'll be an option for all. And if you click on there, then that will allow you to be notified when any of new videos do come out on my channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like or share one of my videos, or you comment on one of my videos, or you subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy crazy excited. It does want to share the videos of my channel automatically with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and my personal recorded readings are actually on a sliding price scale, which means for each of the different types of those readings, you have a choice between 3 different price points that you can choose, so you can choose one that's in more alignment with whatever is in alignment with your budget at the time. So some great flexibility there. If you're interested in any of that, it's all listed in the description box of this video below. All right, Aries, as you go through this amazing awareness, this rising of the iceberg, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.